Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here. On Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin, the markets, we'll talk about some news. Today we had some news with the CPI and inflation rate data. I have my thoughts on that, but first of all, let's start off with some fundamentals, all right? So when we're looking across the board right now in the markets, one of the greatest things that happened today is that the stock markets, the asset markets opened bullish, all right? So S&P 500, Nasdaq, as you can see right here, all opens very, very bullish. Even though the dollar strength index hasn't really done much yet. If you missed it, the inflation rate and CPI data today it came in as expected. So that's neither bullish nor bearish. Now, sometimes what you see, and I do think some of the price action in general that we saw in the crypto markets, sometimes what you see is that you get some de-risking ahead of news like this, right? So big whales or big position holders get rid of their positions because of the anticipated volatility, because of a news event like today. So that can also cause some sort of relief, right? So that we actually get some sort of a move up into the previous highs when the news is actually over, regardless of the outcome. So that helps, but no, dollar strength index still quite bullish even. So the news was certainly not directly the reason, at least, that we pumped. But USDT dominance right here looks fine still. Bitcoin dominance is still at the same place as it was this morning, kind of looking for a breakout, either, well, a bearish breakout, aka a breakdown, or a breakout to actually know what altcoins are going to do, because I don't think it's certain that this is going to end well, and I don't want to make you too scared, because if you take a look at the funding rates right now, they're great. If we take a look at the Coinbase Bitcoin premium, the last time I checked that was great as well. And as we can see right now, that is still great. It's very high. So that means that there's a lot of demand coming in from the US. But what worries me slightly is the combination of Bitcoin dominance with this move. All right, because this move is obviously bullish. So you might say, why is he worried about this? But what you can see is that the majority of this move that started overnight is built on leverage. All right, as you can see right here, leverage is building up rapidly. And if you compare, for example, a move like we had right here, the 26th of November, we moved up about 7%, which is which right now we're up about like 5%. Well, from the lows, we're also up 7%. But if you compare the leverage that was put into the price, this time we moved 7% at the end of November, compared to right now, there is just a ton of leverage. And the last time we had leverage like this, it ended with a big spike down. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, because the funding rates right now are still, like I said, normalized, and there's no reason really to worry about those funding rates. But for Bitcoin specifically, I would be a little bit worried. I'm not entering a position on Bitcoin here at the top of the range, at a strong resistance level, while we are so over-leveraged. Or at least leveraged. Over-leveraged, perhaps not, but we are leveraged at the top of the range. So unless we can actually shed some of that leverage, I will not enter a position. If we drop down now and the open interest drops down as well, then I think we can have some sort of a retest of 99,000 and we can get into 104,000. Then it's fine. But I do need to see that, so the open interest decrease, before I'll actually enter on Bitcoin. And for altcoins, and I say this a lot, it just matters what the Bitcoin dominance does. And like I said, and that's also why I wanted to give you a warning, right now, the Bitcoin dominance is kind of stuck between a strong resistance here at 57.5% and a strong support at 56.5%. And if Bitcoin is going to get rid of that leverage, while the Bitcoin dominance moves up, that's going to equal massive suffering for altcoins. All right, so be aware of that at least. Be slightly careful for that. But at the same point of time, and I don't want you to miss these opportunities, there are some major opportunities on altcoins right now, right? So as long as Bitcoin is holding up these prices, as long as Bitcoin is holding on top of 99,000, and the Bitcoin dominance is not absolutely pumping, I do think there are opportunities on altcoins. And right now, the two strongest coins are Sui and Jasmy. Now, if we look at those real quick, what you can see is that SUI, I think, is actually quite interesting, is perhaps gone already. As you can see, we broke above this level between 4 and 3.9, now back up to the previous highs. But this with a pullback, when Bitcoin sheds that leverage, I think SUI with a pullback into this level here at 4 into 3.9 is an interesting opportunity. If we take a look at Jasmy, I still think Jasmy actually is at resistance, but if we can break above 4.5%, that's an interesting opportunity as well. XRP, relatively stable here. Idea is still the same. We're consolidating here between 2.6 and 2.2. Dogecoin got the bullish breakout as predicted earlier this morning. So this looks good as long as we're holding 39 cents to get back into the highs right here at 43, 44 cents. And when we're talking about some other altcoins, there's quite a few opportunities. By the way, the fact that the market is correlated like this is also not a great sign. But there are some opportunities, but the main thing I would focus on right now is the Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin. And then if we can actually sort that out, if we can actually get some of that open interest, if we can actually get some of that open interest out, then coins like Turbo, huge volume, SUI, Jasmy, like I said, but also some of the older coins like Hedera, Link, and Stellar, and XRP, if we actually gain some new momentum. I think those are great opportunities. So I would keep an eye on those, but I personally will not trade those unless I see that leverage flushed out. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.